Oh wait, I think this might be my wrong screen right here. I might have to change it. All right, here we go. This is where I meant to be. All right, so my purpose of this video will be primarily informational, but I'll tell you the story. So I'm gonna rank the Cracker Barrel sides, and this is because I was talking with a friend from my college that lives out in Los Angeles, and he was telling me, I was talking with him, and he asked me, "Hey, have you ever heard of Cracker Barrel Old Country Store?" And I'm like, heck yeah, I've heard of Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. I live like 20 minutes away from where that place started in Lebanon, Tennessee. So I was excited to hear about this. And then he's like, all right, you got to tell me about this place. And I'm like, all right, it's like it's part store, it's part restaurant, and you can like go to the store while you're waiting for your food at the restaurant. And he's like, man, that's such a innovative business model, I might have to buy stock in there. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably the way to go. But since I live close there, I thought I'd have a lot of insight into this business. So I wanted to provide the people of YouTube with some more insight into what the best way to go at Cracker Barrel is. And I thought, like, one of the primary things you have to consider is what kind of sides you want to get for your meals. You got like all these sides and like no way to choose. So yeah, let's just dive in. Let's begin ranking all these sides for which one is the best. And I think we can begin with something basic like broccoli. That's solid D tier. Like that's just a vegetable. There's nothing southern about broccoli. There's nothing special about broccoli. It's just like I'm all for healthy food like broccoli, but that's just like not the way to go if you're at Cracker Barrel. You got to get there's so much better stuff. So that's broccoli right there. But let's move on to some other stuff. We have butter beans right here. Now some people call these lima beans, but real Southerners call them butter beans, and they go on, I'd say, solid B tier because that's a good Southern food. They have like bacon meat bits. That's a good way to go. It tastes good. It's actually fairly healthy. It's it's Southern. That's good. Good food. All right. Let's choose some other stuff. Sweet potato casserole. I'm just gonna put that C tier. Now that we have that, we can move on to some of the other potato stuff. Sweet potatoes, in my opinion, are definitely inferior to other potatoes unless they're in casserole form. But this one, I think good sweet potato casserole has either nuts or marshmallows on this, and I don't think it's very visible right there. So I think we will move on to other forms of superior potato. But I'm also gonna put steak fries on C tier because like if you're going with potatoes, I'm not sure like steak fries are your way to go. There's like so many better forms of potatoes. Like steak fries are good, but this is Cracker Barrel we're talking about. So we have some much better options to go with. I'd say one of those better options is mashed potatoes. I'm gonna put those B tier, and this hash brown casserole is another form of potato that I consider superior to both the sweet potato casserole and the French fries. So there's our potatoes. Then let's move on to. I'll put some random stuff around too. I'll put the side salad. That's C tier. That's I'd put it D tier because it's just like a vegetable. But I mean, it's they serve it like right before your meal, which I think is kind of classy. So I'm gonna move it up a tier. It's definitely C tier. Um, I think this is boiled cabbage right here, and that doesn't sound very good, but Cracker Barrel does it pretty well. I might actually put that B tier. It's got the bacon bits. It's just very good, very soulful food. And speaking of soul food, we've got collard greens right here, which I will also place as B tier. Uh, maybe A tier. No, A tier. That's some really good stuff. You have to put in A tier, but B tier. That's the way to go for collard greens, and also a very good food. I'm gonna put it like in the front here though, because it's super good. I mean, they put like either bits of pork or bits of turkey in there. It just makes it taste like it's like meat, but it's a vegetable, and that's pretty good in my opinion. That's that's a good way to go. We have the stuffing right here. I usually think of this as just like normal Thanksgiving food. So, I mean, it's good, but this is Cracker Barrel, so I'm gonna put it C tier because it's just it's good, but there's stuff that's definitely better to go with if you're there. Um, Pinto beans. That's these are good, but not quite the butter beans. Not quite right there. Uh, let's see. We have carrots. I'm tempted to put it D tier because there's nothing special about these carrots, but because they're kind of sugary, they still taste pretty good. So that's C tier. Let's corn D tier. Why the heck would you go to Cracker Barrel just to eat corn? That's a huge bummer. That's not what you want to do. You could. It's not even creamed corn or anything. Creamed corn I put like A or B tier, but this is just regular corn. Nothing special about it. Definitely D tier. Um, Fried okra. This is a big one. This brings back a lot of nostalgia. Back when school lunches were good, they'd have it at my cafeteria back in elementary school, and it was so good. It was like the best side they had, and sometimes kids would even take off the fried part and eat that on its own and leave the okra part. But I think altogether it's still really good, and I'd put it A tier. And because Cracker Barrel does it even better than my elementary school did, and that's saying a lot. I miss that fried okra. But so we have some. Oh, now we need to go into the fruits. So I mean, overall, I don't think fruits are the way to go at Cracker Barrel. But I mean, okay, why are why are apples even a side at Cracker Barrel? That's just a darn shame. It's apples are not the way to go at Cracker Barrel. I'm putting those D tier. Like sides at Cracker Barrel, like they can be like $2. You can get an apple for like 25 cents. That's like not cost efficient. They don't taste good. Or I mean apples are good. They taste good. But like, why would you go to Cracker Barrel to eat apples? I mean, you should go to like Oregon or something to eat apples, not Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is good, good soulful cuisine. Apples are not. And I'd so now we have the fresh fruit, like the fruit. I'd say that's C tier because it's kind of like the apples, you know. It's just like fruit at like a Cracker Barrel. That's like a total shame. You should be filling your body with carbs, but I mean, this one has a little element of surprise right here because it's a seasonal fruit, so it can be a different fruit depending what season, and that increases the element of mystery on it, which I think is definitely puts higher. And finally, for our fruits, the baked apples definitely A tier. That's so good. Definitely, that's going to be one of the three sides I get. That's and we'll do some more A tier stuff here. It's mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is definitely one of the best ways you can go there. It's I'm putting it at front of A tier. You got I mean, that's definitely Cracker Barrel just does a good job with its mac and cheese. I'd almost put it S tier, but I'm saving that spot. I'm saving that spot for the very best, and it's something. I'll reveal it in a second. But yeah, if you're going to if you got mac and cheese, okra, and a baked apple as your sides with like your chicken fried steak and gravy, that's just very good option. But let's see what else we have here. Coleslaw. All right, so coleslaw, that's definitely a good southern thing. It's but Cracker Barrel, just from my experience, just doesn't do quite as good of a job with the coleslaw. Coleslaw is usually something that I associate more with barbecue, and Cracker Barrel definitely is not quite a barbecue place. It's definitely good southern food, but it's the other side of southern food. It's the soul food, sort of. It's like the country soul food, and barbecue is just like a slightly different category. So I'm just gonna put it D tier because it's good, but it doesn't really belong in Cracker Barrel in my opinion. And so now we have two more things. It's the green beans. That's green beans are just always good with sorts of stuff. It's a good way to go. I'd say it's E tier option. That's E tier. And now for the S tier, I've saved it for the very best that Cracker Barrel has to offer, and that would be no other than the chicken and dumplings. Bam. That's the way to go if you go to Cracker Barrel. It's just such a good option. It's carby, it's fatty, it's a southern thing. Not only a southern thing, but it's also a Tennessee thing. I'd say that's like what all the good Tennessee chefs that I know can make good, very good um, chicken and dumplings. And if you ever visit Tennessee, I strongly suggest trying them from like a more local place. But Cracker Barrel definitely does a very good job with them too. And in fact, you can get the chicken and dumplings as a order of their own, not with other sides that go with it. It can be an entree, but it's also a side, which I think makes it like when you can be an entree and a side, that's like really proven that you can be a very good side. And I think that's really impressive. That's definitely chicken and dumplings, definitely the way to go. If you go to Cracker Barrel, you definitely have to get the chicken and dumplings. Then as one of your sides, you have to get a country fried something as your main entree. You have to get either a country fried chicken, country fried steak, country fried pork. I think they have that now. Your country fried cow. You need to get one of those things, and then you need to get three sides with that. I prefer the dark gravy with as the gravy. They'll ask you what kind of gravy you want. I'd go with dark, but the light's pretty good too. And yeah, chicken and dumplings. And I'd probably go with at least one of these three. And then if you're really feeling it, you can choose from this list too. If you're getting any combination from these top three parts of it, you're definitely ordering right there, I'd say. Um, that's the way to go. And yeah, so that's like your Cracker Barrel. That's how you order at Cracker Barrel. And as of other parts of the Cracker Barrel experience, you gotta play the triangle game. That's like another part of it. You gotta while you're waiting for your food, that they have this triangle game where you can just like make these little sticks jump over these other little sticks, and that just makes that's very good. That's a very fun game. Very it challenges your intellect, which I think is a very that means it's pretty good. And then if you get done with that, you can play checkers. And then also there's the store. That's another very important part of the Cracker Barrel experience. You got to go to the store. Usually you'll have some time while you're waiting for your table. And I'll tell you about the store. The store has these four parts. Like the front part, they just like sell stupid stuff like just like soap and stuff like that. That's not where you go. You got to go straight for the candy section in the back left. That's definitely go to the candy section. You got so many good sorts of old fashioned candies, sodas. I saw like a prickly pear soda there one time that I got. Don't get the giant lollipops. Those take forever to eat, and they don't have any flavors. But they have these little wax bottles, like full of like different kinds of like colored juices or whatever, and you like bite off the wax top of that, and then like drink the juice from it. That's a very good. Then they have like candy buttons, licorice. I'm a big licorice fan. I know people don't like licorice a lot of the time, but I love licorice, so that's definitely a thing to do. And then if you really don't go to the candy section, then you can go to the toy section. Maybe they usually have some pretty fun toys there, like little swords that you can fight people with, and that's fun too. And that pretty much. Oh, and they'll also ask you if you get biscuits or cornbread, and that's a hard option, but I would probably say the biscuits. Just because Southern cornbread muffins, they're not sweetened like they are in the rest of the United States. And usually I would definitely favor the Southern way of making things because well, we got good food, but you cannot I'm not a. Yeah, you have to have a little sugar in the cornbread for me to like it, and that's just like personal preference. But that's that's your cornbread. So yeah, you walk in the Cracker Barrel, get your table, or wait for your table. Go to the candy section. Go to the toy section. Do not go to the soap and knickknack section. Then when you get your table, spend your time waiting, playing the triangle game. Then when the person orders, get three of these top sides with a country fried something. And then you play checkers until your food comes. Eat your food. Maybe get a dessert. I could make another dessert video. I think they make like chess pie, and that's a good way to go. And then go out, and you'll have a very satisfying kind of Cracker Barrel experience. I assure you, you will like your time spent at the Cracker Barrel. So yeah, that's it. I will now go back to my everyday everyday events.